definitely not the news I wanted to be bringing you this morning. Simply because when Josh and I went to do our PCR tests, my results came back positive for COVID.
Well, this is a bit unexpected. This isn't how we started. I didn't think I was going to be here.
Yeah, so as you saw, Dave's just released that he's contracted COVID-19 at the worst possible time out of 1.5 years or 2 years of escaping it, and on his dream trip the day before.
Months planning, talking to Duarte, organising cars, travel, everything, like ranging everything. Have the perfect American road trip over 3.5 weeks, and his test to get on the flight came back positive.
Like, the good news is he is fine in some senses.
Health-wise, probably mentally-wise at the moment, probably not.
I say, yeah, mentally he's probably worse and this last 24 hours has been fairly brutal for us because obviously none of us wanted to see that. No. Like, we can only imagine how he's feeling. I don't know if we can actually imagine how he's feeling.
But we will power on. And we want to make the best content for you guys. We want to literally document every step of Drift Week from an outsider. Like, it's almost actually probably better that we're going in knowing absolutely nothing and just taking everything. And like, we're not taking anything for granted. Everything we get is a brand new experience, and just give it our all.
Taking it as it comes. And I think it's also good to say, like, we make these videos for you guys. What do you guys want to see? Like, you can dictate what's happening through the comments. Like, let us know what you want to see.
We're
very overwhelmed right now because it's still very much a case of we know what Drift Week is and everything like that, but it's so, like, it's been a long day and everything like that, and like we can't comprehend what's actually going to happen. It's kind of like it's bizarre that we're even here because it's only an idea, but we don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. We're in the journey together, I'd say.
But I think before we get cracking on the trip and before we do everything and show you everything around, I just want to say, like, Duarte and the guys, the whole team, his family, everybody from Drift HQ have been unbelievable. And we've only been here in the country less than 24 hours, and they've welcomed us, picked us up, fed us, accommodated us. So the lads, Duarte and the lads, we'll be with them for the whole week. We'll see, they'll be filming some of our content. We'll be filming a load of those guys in their cars. Just want to say a massive thank you to those guys.
Thank you, because honestly, it wouldn't be possible without their help.
Absolutely not. And that's the plan. That's their plan for Drift Week, is to launch available packages for someone to come in and drive a turnkey car, do the full.
Yeah, we're the test dummies, so I mean, like, we can't promise any, like, if it goes bad.
Sorry. In the next 12 months, if they don't offer those packages, it's because me and Josh have absolutely ruined this. But I think I hear a Corvette outside, so I think we might as well. I think that could be possibly our cars being unloaded.
Oh yeah, the cars are getting offloaded off the truck, so I say we take this outside and show you guys the car that we're going to be driving. Okay, so we'll give you guys a tour of the house in a little while. There's a lot going on today. Travel.
Cars, mansions. Well, welcome to LA. Savio's going to push the car off.
That's it. What do you do to put a lip on the car without having to jack the car up?
That is fantastic.
Modern day problems require modern day solutions.
Okay, so all the Drift HQ guys aren't here, but this is just a small introduction. This is Cricket, or Josh.
Yeah, Cricket though, nobody calls me Josh. I won't even answer to it. Especially when you're here.
Don't insult the name now.
No, but I mean, when you're here, they say Josh. It'd be stupid if we both look like.
So what's your role on Drift Weeks that you're going to be doing?
Changing tires, fixing cars. I have taken Party King home twice the past 2 Drift Weeks, so I am the party animal. The what do you call it? Life of the party?
Life of the party.
They bring me to keep the mood up. I am inspiration.
You're like the team motivator, motivation.
Yeah, I'm always in a good mood, you know? It's Drift Week, come on. You'll pack in probably 2 years worth of driving in a week and a half.
Week and a half, yes.
That's absolutely the plan.
That sounds fantastic.
This is Savio. This is your car that you're going to be driving on Drift Week, isn't it?
Yes, sir. So last year, because we did the Drift Week this year, we decided to put a car together, and I went through every option possible that would work, and the one that made sense was this. But I did buy the 05. Stay away from 05s. They come with glass transmission and glass diffs. I went through 2 tranny and 2 diffs until I was like, okay, no more, I can't take it. So then now we put an 08 setup on it. But this thing is just, it's ready. Like I literally drift on it all day, and then I'll go jump on it for a 4-hour drive, and it does its thing. This is the baby.
I was gonna say the back. You can't step away from the back
Yeah,
now.
Rick and Morty. If you want to drive it, whatever track you want to jump on it, you know, you guys are more than welcome to jump on it.
We'll see how we get on first. We're starting slow and we're build up to this.
As you said, A to Z. We just want to get to Z. We don't care what happens in the
You get
middle.
a sticker for that,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
There's a
well,
trophy to
that's
make it
fine.
from
Yeah,
beginning to
I'll-
end.
I'll-
Right, so there we go. That's the trophy we're going for.
Yeah, everybody's going for best entries, and so I'm going for Z. I'm going for best. I'm going for
Best
Z.
exit.
Yeah.
Best exit. I made it all the way.
Avoided the elephant in the room here.
Oh, so we're stood behind the elephant in the room.
This is our noble steed.
Quick rundown for it. It has the SLR kit in it. Chris did a bunch of stuff for the intake manifold, for the ITBs. They tuned it.
have a
Got
look
a
at that?
hydro.
I hear this is the big carbon one. They're supposed
yeah.
to sound incredible.
Man, you can stick your head in that thing.
Suck you up.
So big. Yeah, everything underneath is redone on it. All new bushings, hard polymer bushings on it. Everything's been redone. The rear trailing arms, everything in the arms has been redone. The whole front end's been redone on it. Drivetrain, I mean, she's ready to rock and roll. You're gonna really like this car.
Does it still have aircon?
Is that what?
Aircon?
I don't speak Irish. What did he say?
AC.
Oh, AC, yeah, sorry. Yeah, air conditioning. I think it still does have air conditioning. Yes.
Need to go down with the American lingo. You can actually feel the air that's sucking in. We have a bit of free time now, so I'd say it's a fairly incredible house.
I'm gonna say we don't live like this every day.
I would say if you said this was Pablo Escobar's old house, you wouldn't really doubt it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fairly...
So might as well give you the house tour. The square footage of this courtyard is bigger than the downstairs of my house.
We tease this the long way round because, so this is the, what is it, like the garage type bit? Like in Ireland, this is the schlab. Four garages. We got a little playground for you later, Adam. I will also add, Adam, you're fairly screwed. Like, I would say, get the factor, do they do factor 100 here?
We're actually in a Walgreens, I think, last night, and it had factor 70.
As a small background, Adam once got sick from the heat in Dubai.
Sunstroke, which is a real thing.
Nobody else got it. And welcome.
To Drift HQ. HQ.
We got to work on the name.
An absolute massive kitchen.
What's this thing? No way.
That's where you put your water in.
That's where you put your water.
This is very American, so when you're filling up pots and pans, you don't need to bring the pot and pan.
Why would, that's for peasants to move
I
there.
can't walk. I couldn't possibly walk with a pot and pan from here to here to put water in it. So they just put water in on top.
And also, like, in case you can't see the massive TV that's there, they've just put another little one here. Look like we got our own coffee machine. I don't like coffee, but I mean, if I did, that'd be cool.
Before they unpacked their bags, before they unpacked everything, just turn the hot tub on and turn the pool on because it's both heated, and turn the fire on. So they think they have them ready.
I can see steam coming from here.
Yeah, that's the thing. They have the hot tub preheating for this evening.
Oh my god, that was only cold like half an hour ago.
You may see some hot tub footage over the weekend.
I'm not sure if you want to see the hot tub footage over the weekend. I find it quite funny. It looks like someone just really aggressively just like rubbed the feet here and just absolutely destroyed the mat.
Or there's a vineyard built into the back garden for absolutely no reason.
I mean, I think it's seen better days at the moment.
Yeah,
There's not.
wouldn't be getting much wine from it now. We might drink it dry over the next couple of days, but we'll see how we get on.
Okay, so we're just going off to get some food since we haven't eaten in about 57 hours. Well, not that long, but we haven't eaten in about. I'm very hungry.
Josh gets he gets very hangry when he hasn't been fed. So we're going on our first trip So we're going to jump in the M3. You can take the first drive.
The nervous first drive. Thank God it has a slider. So I guess our American adventure starts here.
Starts now.
No. Yes.
Yeah, so more overnight parts literally just arrived.
I think we just sort of radiated to the delivery guy. He's about to go on the website, order one. Remember the ones that was at the door?
Yeah.
He's like, yo, those Mission Motors are good. I'm like, yeah, they're the best. Well, I think I need one. I'm like, yeah, drifthq.com. Check it out.
How massive is that truck?
It's like it's been wide bodied, but I think they're just standard.
That's standard. So Josh, first impressions?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's so overwhelmed.
There's so much going on. We're driving through the desert of California in a rented M3 that we're going to take on a road trip for 2 weeks and drift. Like even just driving down the road with a full hydro.
I know. Oh, this is going to be dangerous.
Right, we've driven it for about 12 seconds. Please don't get it taken off us already. Like.
Oh, the Tesla's there. How do you drive in America?
What do you do? There's no stop signs. Do we just go?
Oh my! Oh shit! What? No, it's just smoking up the back then. I was like, the clutch feels like it's slipping, and I looked in the mirror, and there's just smoke behind.
Right, so we've done our first drives in the car. Picked up a few bits, picked up a few essentials at Best Buy. Got used to the car a little bit on the road. Got lost once or twice. But now, Josh, where are we going?
So we're heading to Willow Springs. So before, this is where everyone does like sort of the prep work, put stickers on the cars and everything like that, and generally just kind of gets to know each other. I think it's like the kind of first meet and greet that we have on the trip. So yeah.
Once again, don't really know what to expect, but we're just going to head there now. And we left the Airbnb, and it is 28 kilometers, all completely on a dead straight road. So welcome to America. Straight.
So we have made it to Willow Springs.
Willow Springs, Horse Teeth Mile, which, as you can see, is directly behind me. Not sure how the elevation and the absolute sketchiness comes out on video, but it looks insane.
We're not used to tracks like this.
No.
We don't, like Mondello has a bit of a hill. They say you come over the hill.
Over the hill, it's
Like that is...
There's a bigger hill in this paddock than there is in Mondello.
They say this is the sketchiest track of the week, and you start off there. So they say if you survive this one,
you survive this,
then
you've a better chance of getting through the rest of the weekend. Like if you look just over the far side, if you can't see it, literally like the edge of the track, and then it's a cliff.
Essentially we've worked out if you come off on the edge of the track, you could end up in the paddock.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. So it's literally it's like the film, or like Tokyo Drift, like when they're coming over the edge and it flips down the bank.
You could crash on one corner, and the person you could flip over him on the neck.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, the guys are just setting up here. Drift HQ are setting up their base. This is where we're going to be based for the weekend. An unbelievable setup. We're from Careless. This is where you get all your food made at the track. Unlike, I think they have steak, burgers, everything, every single day.
So usually when you go to a track and you got to queue up for like 40 minutes for a burger and it's rubbish, these guys, we carefully positioned ourselves.
Yeah, insane food on tap for the 2 weeks. It's going to keep us going. Because as Savio said earlier on to us, he was like, you've good food, it's good driving, good team, good atmosphere. Keeps everybody happy, so it makes everything much better.
I'm just going to take a short moment in the middle of this madness to thank one of our sponsors, which is Mobil 1 Oil. Mobil 1 is known for its reliability, and all of our cars back home, our road cars, drift cars, that's what we use and we never have a problem. So for this trip, reliability is one of the main things that we're after. So in this car, we're going to be running the Mobil 1 1060 oil, and that should give us, well, at least a little more hope of getting to the end.
So we literally set up, reversed the cars into Drift HQ, new HQ for the week, for the next couple of days. We're here with Duarte.
How you guys doing?
Want to introduce yourself? What you do here?
I am the owner of Drift HQ alongside with Adam, and every drift week we come out, we set up the van. Usually it's a van with a trailer, but this time it's just the trailer. We compacted the van and the trailer inside of the trailer just to make it easier for us to travel. We had more issues actually with the van than the cars themselves. So we just made it easier for us to come out, help the guys. It starts like this and then it gets very chaotic. In the next like 72 hours, there's gonna be a lot of breakage, a lot of crashes and a lot of thing. And
will you stop saying, all we've heard is just the breakages and crashes and offs.
Some fellas just walked over, he said he's done a head gasket already. It doesn't start till tomorrow.
It hasn't even really started, and pretty much like this is the name of the game. I mean, you prepare as much as you can, but you get here and the little things just get you. Like you're not expecting things to break, but it could be just in a normal driving. It's like it starts like this and people feel the cars out. A lot of these cars are like fresh builds, and some of the cars are like wild builds, competition builds and whatever else like that. So it's a mix of both. Some people are very lucky per se, like some people don't change anything. They make it throughout the entire drift week. That's why we got you a car.
That's gonna be us.
That's us.
Nothing's gonna go wrong.
No issues at all over the next 10
years. If it's an issue, we could definitely solve it. That's my favorite chassis. That's like pretty much like what I live for, and like I know everything about. So if anything breaks, it's probably inside of the trailer. So it makes it a lot easier. Like it could have been that, could have been a 350Z or something simple. But the keeping it simple, I'm scared of my car because this is unpredictable.
You're still in front of this car. This is your
insane.
Yeah,
This is just a bit of background. This car was finished about 2 hours ago.
Yes, pretty much 2 hours ago. So what happened with it is that we wanted to simplify like obviously the things that are common to break in these cars on the street, which is like oil cooler, like replacement of the oil cooler, because this car has a very shallow oil cooler location. So it was already hit there and the oil cooler was bent. So we did oil cooler, intercooler, heat exchanger on the car, and from that point on we went into like BC coilovers, Wisefab on the car, because it's the only kit that's a direct bolt-on kit.
Like it looks so perfect, like streetable from the outside.
Streetable, but then it looks completely, and it has a very nicely hidden ASD hydro.
Yeah.
You would never think that.
Look at the hydro. That is so
it's like very tidy. This is like track day heaven right here.
This is track day heaven. So this, don't mind the mess right now because we just arrived, obviously not even an hour ago. But this is track heaven. This has, I would say, 90% of what possibly could break on a car. Going from clutch slaves, going to bearings, going to electrical. We can redo your whole electrical system here if we had to. From relays to panels to quick panels to batteries to
all
pretty
the
much
plumbing
everything.
stuff, spark plugs,
all the
radiators,
all the fittings, everything.
Yeah, all good brands too, just to make sure that if we put it on, you're not here like 30 minutes later, my thing is leaking.
That's not what we would call a bodge job at a track.
So we try to divide it out between safety. You wouldn't believe how many people get to the track and forget their helmet. I didn't bring a helmet.
Oh no, we would believe it.
Know.
Yeah,
we
run track days back in Ireland, and the amount, like about probably 10% of drivers.
Like, let me check your helmet. Yeah. No helmet. Fire extinguishers, air filters obviously go bad a lot with rain and things like that, like a lot of Florida tracks. So it's like radiators, it's couplings, it's brake lines, it's oils. A lot of people replace their whole engine or case or differential or transmission. It pretty much extends to a level that what we hope for is like this: we can almost build a car at the track. Yeah. We have an angle kit here, several angle kits up here.
Oh my god.
So we have a BMW angle kit, we have a S chassis angle kit in the corner there, we have FDF, look at how much FDF. We bring a lot of FDF because there's a lot of Corvettes here. There's a lot of guys that run FDF. So another thing we started doing for this drift week is taking requests for parts that could possibly break. Let's say like you already have an angle kit in your car and you can't afford a second one. The guys would message us and, hey, can you guys possibly have an angle kit inside of the van? And we do that to accommodate them. If it sells here, it does. If it doesn't, when it gets back home, it'll sell. The last drift week, what ended up happening, people broke a lot of angle kits and I had to overnight everything. That gets extremely expensive. Trying to overnight a angle kit's like $250 to get it here the next day. So people are like, yeah, send an angle kit, send this, send that. Clutches is another big thing that goes out a lot. Obviously, a lot of clutch kicking.
Clutches.
You wouldn't believe people like break handles on the hydro.
Yeah.
They'll break things and break all kinds. Hardware. We have bins and bins of hardware, all priced and ready to go. So there's a lot. There's so much here that I couldn't even name it. So for us, it's fun. It's that good feeling of helping them, making sure that they get, and making sure you guys stay on the road. That's my biggest thing.
The main issue is I don't want to be inside this trailer at all this week. I don't want any of these bits on that M3 because I want that to get to the.
But it's nice that we have.
It's absolutely brilliant. But I don't want.
Just a little bit ago, the last thing that I'm not gonna lie that I forgot to bring for you guys was a diff, and I just made sure that 2 hours ago I secured a diff, and tomorrow it'll be here. We were at Castro Motorsports and I was like, get it, they don't break easy.
Why you keep on saying the negatives? It's not gonna break, it's gonna be fine.
We had to be prepared for you guys. My biggest concern is making sure that you guys have the most fun that you can have. To me, I've done enough drift weeks. If my car breaks, I will have as much fun. I'll get on my truck and ride behind you guys and have just as much fun as anybody else.
Even from just at this, we're only -1 days into this. So I just want to say thank you to everything you've done.
I was gonna say, we said it earlier on this video, but like, thank you so much. Like, honestly,
You're welcome.
it would not.
Between you yourself, all your staff, the accommodation, the facilities, the car, like it's just like that's it. We're not even day in, and it's like unbelievable.
It's overwhelming how nice you guys have
I
been.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Duarte.
you're
It's been unbelievable so far, and I think we're
And this is gonna be the last time that we're gonna be in this truck. I mean,
it's been
Yes,
nice.
last time.
it's gonna be
Only to
fun.
cool off. Only to cool off.
Yeah, a bit of shade.
Adam would be in the shade.
Yeah, already.
Right.
I'm already
We
somewhere.
gotta get him some sunscreen tomorrow.
Yeah.
I ain't tryna bring you down, but for real, you might as well give up now. Think you got a chance, but I don't see how. Got a real tight grip when I hold that crown. My life been good and bad and all around. The more things I lost, the more I found. One thing I taught myself to do, no matter the problem, refuse to lose. So, how you want it, man? You can choose. If you can't take the heat, don't light the fuse. See, I walk in slow and ignite the room. Like fire, everything I touch, I consume. I'm getting up while y'all just snooze. While you make breakfast, man, I'm on the move. I'm the first one in and the last one out. Whoever owns the place gotta drag me out. In me I trust, yeah I smell like success, this Elon Musk, huh? Everybody wanna be like us, we don't stop cause the top just ain't enough, huh? I ain't never gave no fucks, I ain't scared, man, you know black men don't blush, huh? Came here ready to fight on this night, you better just run for your life.
Okay, so as you can see, the sun has set. The video set and actually tricks you. It's much darker.
It's much darker than it actually is.
It's actually about this dark.
It's 5:05 and it's too dark. Yes, so it's getting dark. It gets dark early in LA. And it was like about an hour ago. It was sunburn territory for me, and now it's getting cold. So I'm glad we have hoodies. But that's
Getting cold. It's about 20 degrees, Adam.
colder. But the thing is, yeah, we had that chat with Duarte in the trailer. We came out, and then there was all of a sudden 40 or 50 cars here. So it seems like a good chunk of the guys, or a good chunk of the drivers are here. It's a few more to arrive in the next hour or so. But yeah, this welcome to Drift Week.
So yeah, we just I mean, we're not going to do a proper run through of the cars. We're just going to give you kind of a quick run through of some of the Drift Week cars because there's both ends of the scale. There's kind of pro-spec drift cars, and then there's also the 350Zs and stuff like that.
Just completely bog standard stuff, but then and mixed in with literally FD cars in the middle. So right, so we've got the E46 M3, has aircon, lovely seats, seat belts, everything you probably possibly want. And then there's the other end of the scale on Drift Week,
which is this is technically a fully competitive comp car, isn't it?
It's a Pro-Am car. I mean, it's not like a Pro 2 or Pro 1, but it is definitely not very comfortable to drive on the street. It's a proper, you know, competition car, yeah.
So is it 2J?
It's 2J. It's got a, you know, upgraded turbo, injectors, intercooler, all that stuff, and then R154 transmission. And it's actually just a stock rear end, so that's why I say it's not like a proper pro car. No quick change, but it gets the job done. Yeah.
Okay, I can imagine it gets the job. Well, on the track, maybe not the drive
I was just
there.
going to say, how uncomfortable is it between stops?
So Drift Week 1 was awful,
Yeah.
and I learned a lot, and I started to change some things. I put like a comfy Bride reclinable seat for me. Sorry for the passenger. Sorry, Camille. She gets the bucket still. And I've added some things like now I have roll-up windows, power windows. I put the carpet back. I tried to do some sound deadening, which did nothing. I put a stereo in it, but I like cranked it up. Can't hear it at all.
Yeah.
Completely waste of time. And I raised it up a little bit, and then just put a big meatball tire on it. And other than that, it's way more comfortable on the track for sure, and it gives me the confidence, and then I just deal with it on the street.
How uncomfortable was Drift Week 1 for you then? You had a stripped out
It was
car
awful,
then.
yeah. It was
3,500 miles?
something like that. Yeah, it was from Texas to California and back. So yeah, 3,000, 3,500 miles, a lot. Yeah, it was pretty bad, but you know, I survived. I had to go to a chiropractor for like a week afterward. Yeah, it was worth it.
Well, it looks like you're fixing your car even before you've started. So.
I just added some blinkers and I wired them backwards, so like the left switch goes to the right blinker. So I'm just swapping that. But other than that, no, it's ready to go. It needs a couple zip ties, make sure nothing's gonna fall off. And tomorrow we'll figure out what I didn't do.
Exactly.
Good luck, you guys are here.
Yeah, we've made it. Well,
hell yeah.
Some of us have made it. Sorry, Dave.
There's an elephant in the room that didn't make
We're going
it.
to embrace for the rest of the week, but yeah, you'll be here at some point.
It's ridiculous how dark it actually gets and how fast.
Yeah.
Hang on. I know we've maxed out the camera now.
Yeah. But there's one car we're standing right beside, and I think if Dave was here, he would buy it and bring it home.
Which is, so this is a Z06. So this is the aluminium chassis one with aluminium rails or something like that. It's essentially about 200 kilos less than Dave's, isn't it?
But this is even like black, stout out,
Literally.
big wing, T337s. Looks unbelievable. Looks at.
I will say, Dave said he wanted to put a wing on his, and I will say, I wasn't for it, but after seeing this, like, it looks good. This is cool. I like all the is it D1 spec they call it?
Yeah, the D1 spec.
With the flip livery and stuff.
I'm sitting beside what looks like, I think it's either a Street Fighter LA or Huxley kit. I'd say it's probably a Street Fighter LA kit.
It looks like the Huxley kit. Sometimes it surprises you what leaks underneath. What kit's on this car?
Oh, dude, RGB?
It's Huxley Motorsport.
Oh yeah, that's we know Mark very well. Yeah.
That's over on your guys' neck of the woods, right?
It's literally the smallest world in drifting.
It's all dirty, but
This is not a road car. My God. How do you get this on the road?
Very tricky, but yes, you gotta kind of jump through a bunch of hoops. But yeah, you can get it there. You can get it done.
Honestly, back in Ireland, this would well, the roll cage seals the deal that it never go on the road. So there's so many things that would make this illegal, but this is going to be a tough drift week car.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be fun on the track. So that's what I'm only here for.
Take two, because people on Drift Week are so friendly. We got chatting to lovely people who actually had a Mark Huxley kit. So we continue on. We've got a lovely night.
It's not a road car. One bit. There was no, one bit of a road car.
Nothing road about it. But we got a lovely light from Drift HQ, and we continue on our travels. A man after my own heart, 350Z.
I love it on this how they got the roof thing on.
The roof rack.
It's got the suction cups up there.
Suction cups, roof rack.
The boot in the 350 is pitiful, I would say.
How to travel in style.
Some of the rigs people are coming up with are just
spectacular.
So there is literally every type of vehicle on Drift Week. What's this? Is this a Cresta? A Cresta. I've seen a bit of action anyway. Is this your car? Oh no way!
Oh shit, I didn't even recognize it.
Small world! So as you put a 1J in this.
Of course you do.
Not much stock here. R154, Ford 8.8 rear end. Honestly, completely stock. And it's for four or five seasons now. Changed oil. That's it. Yeah, nothing else.
That's what you want for Drift Week now.
Yeah, nothing more than this. The only thing, it'll get hot. These
Yeah,
are
so I seen you had
washer
water
fluids.
sprayers,
So you want to hold
water
this for a sec? I'll show you.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's 2 more.
Yeah, so 2 inside of the radiator, 2 at the intercooler. We ran this before a big event in Albuquerque, day and night. All of a sudden, like, I was getting, my temps were coming down after ripping real hard. Hit that sprayer, 10-15 seconds. Boom.
No way.
Yeah, so this car has been fantastic. Hard to find parts, whatever. Nothing really under the bumper, but fuck.
I was gonna say it looks like it's seen some action.
It has seen some action. Lots of angle, lots of just strong drivetrain. I mean, with that 488, you know, straight axle in the rear, this thing is just bulletproof. I go beat it on the weekends, and you know, it just handles it. So
I'm looking forward to see this on the.
well, I hope you guys come and ride along with us.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You know, if you guys want to drive it too, come on over.
We're getting too many offers now.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
We didn't even need to get a car in Drift Week. Right, we'll see you on track in a bit, dude.
Alright, cool.
This is hectic. Like this, you have, as I said, like, well, Fielding Shredder is like, oh, it's not a pro car. It's like full tube, 2J, like everything's that's not a pro car.
I think what you're saying is it's not a FD car.
It's not FD, but like.
But I mean, like very much a pro car in Ireland.
If he was in Ireland, he'd be like, yeah, top of the championship with that sort of build. So, yeah, as we move back down to Drift HQ, I think the party and everything started to kick off here at the track. Day 1, well, day -1 because we start driving tomorrow. Setup day, everybody's starting to come arrive. Just chatting to people. This is like literally we spent the last 3 or 4 hours just walking around chatting, getting to know people, getting to feel faces. Like, and people like literally, I don't know how many people have come up off camera even as well have said, I love the channel. Like they've seen this and that. We had people wearing the clothes. People asking about like even we start chatting about cars and people know straight away what your car and the Corvette. They know about the situation like Fielding Shredder. It's just once again, like another day, overwhelming. So
I was gonna say overwhelming is definitely the word. So sorry there's no action in this video. We're going to have this as a pre-warm-up. This is like a tease of what's to come.
If you're having a meal, this would be the starter. This is gonna get warm you up, get you going until we get to tomorrow.
It's gonna be a Vindaloo.
I mean, yeah. What's coming in the middle in the next couple of days? We've no idea, but you're along for the ride with us. We'll see what happens and go from there.